Welcome back. Okay, so now moving on to the real task for the authors, and that is a reading task. You're going to apply some of the things that we just learned to look for the way that these authors characterize human attitude towards nature in industrial contemporary agriculture. So I'd like you to read the following 3 essays. They're short. So chapter 1 and 2 from Carson's The Silent Spring that really talk about pesticides, specifically DDT. And then I'd like you to read Wendell Berry's short essay called Nature as Measure. And as you're reading them, have this question in mind of how do they portray the human attitude towards nature in industrial agriculture? Because in 50 words or less, I then want you to post an answer to this. What do Carson and Berry say about the relationship between humans and nature in industrial agriculture? And I want you to use specific examples of the metaphors and analogies that they use. What do they compare this attitude to? What do they say it's like? And then once you've done that, I want you to reply to 2 peer responses of peers who said something different. Maybe they found a different metaphor or phrased things in a slightly different way that you really like and you agree with. So reply to those peer responses who you particularly like and say why you like them. So pause this video, keep up these instructions, go away, complete the task and come back. Welcome back one more time. Okay, so that pretty much completes our tasks for the day. There were a lot of different moving pieces, but they hopefully all come together. And we'll keep up this kind of short lectures interspersed with short assignments that you can do throughout the course. And just as a quick summary for the content of what we're trying to achieve today, and that is we looked at human nature relationships. And it's going to be a central trope for how we're going to assess some of the things that we see in the rest of the course. And next week, as I mentioned at the beginning of class, we're going to look at how humans really, or how people relate to themselves and to each other. And this idea of how do we like to look and see ourselves, and this idea of modernity, that we're modern, progressive people. We'll talk about what that means for food and agriculture next week. And just to finish up today, don't forget your final scholarly tasks, tasks 6 and 7. I asked you to have a piece of paper with 2 columns where you wrote down things that you really thought were worth remembering and things you did not quite understand. Now go to those relevant tasks on Canvas and submit 3 items for each one. And all of these tasks that you're completing are worth participation points. So the more that you can do, the more that your participation points you will get. And I will be sure to clarify any of the kind of common ideas that I see you guys bring up in these scholarly tasks. So that's it. We're done. And I will see you next week. Good luck with the rest of your week.